This video shows the best TH15 or TH16 attack strategy using Root Riders and the Overgrowth spell to easily 3-star any base. Before we look into the attack, let's look at the mechanics of the Overgrowth spell, which is really important. For the diagonal side of the base, the Overgrowth spell has a radius of 15 tiles. The buildings must be entirely inside the spell's radius to deactivate them. Placing it on the 5th tile, which is the midpoint, is the ideal spot. There is a 1-tile advantage on the diagonal side. By dropping the spell 1 tile away from the midpoint, also makes all the 4 buildings become invisible. Make sure the spell placement is no more than 6 tiles away from the target building. As you can see, placing it on the 7th tile diagonally won't make the building invisible. Likewise, for the horizontal and vertical side, the radius is 11 tiles. I am illustrating this using 3x3 structures. Therefore, the positioning will vary for 4x4 structures. The midpoint for this will be 3 tiles from the buildings. This will make sure the buildings are totally within the radius. You cannot position it 1 tile away from the midpoint on the vertical and horizontal sides, unlike what we did on the diagonal side. Since we have only a 0.5 tile advantage, the maximum distance can be 3.5 tiles from the 3x3 buildings. Leave a comment if you'd like a detailed video guide on the Overgrowth spell, which will cover the best placement strategies for different structures. Let's look at the hero equipments combinations used for this attack. We will use the Giant Gauntlet and the Rage Vial for our king. This is the best combination as it allows our king to splash damage and clear a large portion of the base quickly. Frozen Arrow and the Invisibility Vial are used for the queen. This combo allows our queen to slow down the defense buildings, and the invisibility gives our healers to increase the queen's health without taking some damage. We will be using the Eternal and Healing Tome for our warden. The Eternal Tome will make our troops invincible and not take any damage, whereas the Healing Tome increase the health of our troops for a certain time. You could also use the Rage Gem instead of the Healing Tome, which will give a DPS boost throughout the attack. The first step is to choose a side and use the Siege Barracks to clear it. This will make sure most of our troops from the kill squad moves in the opposite direction of the base. Then we will be using the Overgrowth spell to make the core inactive. This will cause our kill squad to move towards the base in this direction. We will use our Royal Champion at the back end of the base to support our troops and destroy the base. Deploy the Siege Barracks and use Valkyries to funnel. Clearing the buildings on either side will allow our P.E.K.K.A.s to move inside the target compartment. When the Siege Barrack troops finish clearing the compartment, we can send our main army to the other side. Spam the Ram Riders, Valkyries, and all our heroes except the Royal Champion. Use Headhunter if there are any enemy heroes nearby. Important step is to use an early Warden ability along with 2 rage spells on either side. Wait until our troops are closer to the core, then use the Overgrowth spell on it. By using rage spells, our troops can move quickly through the base and minimize damage taken. The majority of our troops must advance to the opposite direction that has been cleared by the Siege Barracks. Use the freeze spells against splash damages like Scattershot and Multi-Inferno. Apply the second Overgrowth spell to the core as soon as the first one disappears. The Royal Champion is usually best used on the side with fewer troops, but in this case, we'll deploy her alongside the main army, because our queen is already there. This attack is exceptionally strong, as it successfully cleared 80% of the base without utilizing the abilities of our king, queen, and Royal Champion. Use Invisible and the Freeze spell to protect our army from the Town Hall and Monolith. With the Royal Champion and Queen's abilities, the core can be taken down completely. You could use a couple of cleaning troops like Minions or Archer to clear the left-out buildings. We were able to take down the base by swagging the King ability. Let's take a look at the army composition. If you liked this tutorial, please do check out other tutorials and subscribe for more videos.